Tell me if you've heard of Lin Ostrom. Yay! Okay, so we have like 3 yeses. This is good. You know, this is like 1,000% better than we were doing before. So Lin Ostrom was a political scientist working in economics. Her heresy is, there's a famous essay written by a soil biologist named Garrett Hardin titled The Tragedy of the Commons, in which this fellow writes about how commons don't exist because everybody always takes advantage of them. So there can't really be any commons. And it turns out he was kind of ignorant. And this was a really bad essay. And this essay stamped a whole bunch of people's brains with the idea that commons are impossible. So tragedy of the commons is sort of a meme out there that she was trying to get rid of by coming up with principles for managing commons. And a lot of her work started in places like the American Northeast with lobster fisheries. So she was trying to make sure that Maine lobster fishermen didn't overfish their lobsters. So how do you create boundaries and sanctions? And my next slide will show you the 8 principles for managing commons. And I'm not going to stop on it because you'll see it's a lot of text, but you can find it online. But she came up with a whole series of things that help us manage commons together. Now, I've been saying this each time, right? This takes thoughtful design. You have to sit down and think about what the rules are, what the boundaries are, how this all works. She did win the 2009 Nobel Prize for Economics for this work, despite not being an economist. I find that really interesting. Here are the 8 principles of managing commons that Ostrom puts in front of us. Clearly defined boundaries, rules concerning appropriation, collective choice arrangements, et cetera, et cetera.